Okay.
This is an interview at the Warrensburg residence, Warrensburg, New York. It is the 21st of November, 2005, approximately 10:30 a.m. Interviewers are Wayne Clark and Mike Russert. Could you give me your full name and your date of birth and place of birth, please?
July the 19th, 1921.
And where were you born?
Well, I was born in Rutland,
Mm-hmm.
Vermont, but we moved out of there about a couple of months afterwards and moved to Glens Falls. So actually, I
Lived most of your life in Glens Falls then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your name? You didn't tell us your name, full name.
Oh, I didn't?
No?
Well, that's a complicated thing. What do you got?
William Cox.
That's what you got? That's all you got?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
Mix it up with some other names that you don't know a damn thing about.
Okay,
So,
okay.
well, no, I had, family affair, changed my name and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And, I don't want to get that mixed
All
up
right.
anymore.
So where were you, where did you go to school? In Glens Falls?
Yeah.
How much schooling did you have before you joined the Army?
Well, they gave me a what do you call it when you graduate?
Diploma?
Yeah, they gave me a diploma. I was on my way out anyhow, and the war coming along kind of interrupted things, so I only had a short time to go before I would have graduated anyhow, so they gave me my diploma.
Okay. Do you remember where you were and what you remember about the bombing at Pearl Harbor? When you heard about it, where did you hear about that?
Oh, I was home playing bridge. When it about, I don't know, the time elements is different. When did they hit there? According to the time here, in the morning.
They hit there in the morning, so it would have been in the afternoon or later afternoon when you heard.
Yeah, we were playing bridge when I heard about it.
Yeah, how did you feel? Right. How did you feel when you heard about that?
Well, in the first place, I never heard of Pearl Harbor. And in the second place, I don't think anybody else had ever heard of Pearl Harbor, except perhaps somebody that spent more time in the service afterwards. And but I looked up all the maps I had. They didn't even put Pearl Harbor on the map.
Okay.
Never got on the map for a couple of years afterwards.
Did you enlist or were you drafted?
I was drafted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went into the Air Corps?
Yeah.
Where did you were drafted in 1942?
Yeah.
Where did you go for your basic training?
I went in and I don't know. It's kind of mixed up. North New Jersey, I think I went in.
Was it Fort Dix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did you go for your training?
Where did I go for my training?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus, my training.
Usually they sent the fellows to Florida for...
I think so. Yeah, you're right. I remember because me and the spider met one day, one afternoon. I was walking around. He was in a hole about 6 foot deep, so I was pretty safe. I just laughed at him and took off.
Now you went into the Signal Corps?
Yeah.
What kind of training?
Signal Corps attached to the Army.
Okay. What kind of specialized training did you have for that?
Well, I had a couple of things, but I guess they only nailed me for one of them.
What was that?
Particular. I could fix radios.
Oh, okay. So you...
I could build radios. I made radios. Me and another guy. He got killed. My friend and I. My friend there. He got into the Navy, and they bombed the hell out of him. He never
So you
had-
became a radio repairman.
I could become a radio repairman. Yeah.
Okay. Now, it mentions you were stationed out in the South Pacific. What did
Yeah.
you do out, where were you stationed out there?
In the South Pacific?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell was I stationed? I don't know. You'll have to help me because you know more.
Well, you,
I can say yes and no pretty easy.
you don't have a lot written down on that here.
What was it, an aviation unit you were with?
I believe so, yeah.
Do you remember did they have bombers or fighters or
That's bombers.
bombers? Yeah.
That's bombers. I don't remember.
Now, did you repair the radios for the planes?
Well, yeah, I was supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing ever broke down.
So you had a lot of free time on your
Yeah, I
hands?
had all the time on my hand I wanted.
Uh-huh. Did you ever, was your unit ever attacked or bombed by the Japanese while
No.
you were there?
No.
No. Okay.
Now, I noticed from the form here you had a story, though, of how you were, while you were in camp and eating
Yeah.
lunch, something happened. What happened?
Yeah, right off the bat, it was kind of, Jesus. But we got in there at noontime, and so they were eating, so they set us down to eat. And just as I took my first forkful of food and put it in my mouth, I hear this crash about a building or two beyond me.
So, was one of our own planes crashed?
Yeah, and I guess he committed suicide.
Wow, wow.
Now, I don't know if you got any report on that.
No.
But that's what I heard.
Mhm.
I don't know that for a fact, but somebody thought that it was a malfunction of the plane. But he deliberately, it looked like he deliberately crashed the plane.
Were any other people killed or injured?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. Do you have any other stories you remember about when you were out in the Pacific?
Stories?
Yeah, that you remember. Now, you said that sometimes the pilots let you fly with them?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I used to hang around. I was right close to the airport. And so I could walk out there. And so I'd go out and finally I got acquainted with a pilot. And so one day he says, how'd you like to fly? I said, yeah, I'd like to. He says, well, hop on. What do you mean? He gets in the plane. I said, well, you want me to hop on? Hop on the wing. Hang on. Jesus, you gotta be kidding me. So he rides around the thing till I got used to it, you know. Wanted to see if I'd get sick or anything or nothing. It was great, in fact, you know. So he finally he stopped and he says, okay, get in. I said, thanks. I didn't think he really was going to go up with me on that wing. I cost the government too much money if anything happened to me. And he says, yeah, you're right. No, he says, hop in. And I went up with him practically every night for I don't know how many years.
So this was a two-seater, a fighter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was up there. They had a gun turret on it. I'm having a ball up there fighting my own war.
Did you shoot the gun?
Oh no, it didn't work. I guess.
So how many times did you go up with him?
Oh, quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went up mostly in the evening, which was nice.
So it was just on patrol. Did he ever?
He was putting in time.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to build up time. I think there was another fellow too. I can't remember. Well, there was one or two. But anyhow, they were there to build up time, flying time.
Mm-hmm.
So it made no difference to them. But if I wanted to go, they took me with them. So I didn't get anything out of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other interesting stories that happened to you while you were out there?
Well, nothing.
Did you ever get to see any USO shows?
No, I never did. Yeah, that was strange too. couple of them were right nearby, but I didn't bother to go see them. I don't know, I was sort of like anti-social.
Were you stationed in the Philippines?
No.
No.
Well, I was really fouled up. I really never know. See, I was in the Signal Corps attached to the Air Force
Right.
to begin with, and I never knew where I was or who I was with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was to repair radios, but it's kind of interesting because there was no radios to be had, and on top of that, nothing. They trained me, they gave me some training in radar,
Mm-hmm.
that is radar repair.
Right.
They figure I knew radio, I got radar's the same thing except more powerful,
Mhm.
you know, you could really get killed fixing one of them things if you didn't watch your step. But after a while they let me fix them, so I was fixing them things just for time, but I never got no credit for it. They didn't want to give me any. I don't even know who it was now. I can't get them in trouble because I can't tell you who they are.
What kind of problems did they have with the radar?
With the radar,
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. It was a clear cut. Nothing would go wrong. It kind of burned me up a little bit. So I just made routine checks on them.
Mm-hmm.
I tested the tubes and made sure they were all right. If they weren't, well, I changed it, or all of them, one way or the other, whatever I thought. So.
Okay. Are there any other stories you want to tell us about that you recall? So you think our radio equipment was pretty good then, since you didn't have to do a lot of repairs?
It was built like a solid rock,
Mm-hmm.
like a rock of Gibraltar. Nothing ever went wrong with them damn things.
Mm-hmm.
That is, as far as I was concerned. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping they would, but they didn't. So I was prepared to fix them, but the radio wasn't prepared to go wrong. Jeez.
Now you went back to the States in 1944,
Yeah,
and you were discharged?
yeah.
Okay. Did you ever use the GI Bill at all?
Well, I think I did. I think I got tied up with some radio course or something, but it didn't. I dropped it because I didn't really have the time to devote to that and work through. So that went to the wayside.
Mm-hmm. Now you used your training. You worked in the radio shop at Grant's company.
The radio shop?
Mm-hmm. No, you were.
That's a department store.
Oh, okay. You didn't. Did they? Did you ever work in a radio shop?
No.
No. You were a salesman then at Grant's.
Yeah.
After. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you stay in contact with anybody? Did you make any friends in the service that you stayed in contact with?
I made a lot of friends, but I'll be damned, I couldn't find one of them after I got out.
Mm-hmm.
I found one, and I can't remember what his name was now. He lived in New Jersey, I think. But he was entirely different, and in fact, he was the company drunk. And I said, hey, you want to go out and let's go out and have a beer or two. Oh, no, I don't drink anymore. he was reformed, so that wound that up. So I went home, I didn't see nobody.
Mm-hmm. Did you join any veterans organizations?
No, I'm not really a joiner, you know. I'm more or less a loner.
Mm-hmm. How do you think your time in service had an effect on your life?
On my life?
Yeah, do you think it changed your life or affected your life in any way?
Well, it educated it. I got educated to the point I learned things that I probably would have never learned about life you know, before
Mhm.
I went in.
Do you think you would ever travel like you did?
No.
So it gave you some travel experience too then?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that and associating with men. That's a strange feeling to be in camp with a whole bunch of men. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In fact, it makes you a little worried to start with. But nothing ever happens.
Mhm. Okay, well, thank you very much for your interview. Mr.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
Cox.
can't give you any
That's
more.
okay.
I appreciate it.